This practice piece teaches how to change the patterns by altering the direction. Program. Press Enter, yes. Erase. Press Enter, yes. Cast on. Press 3. Enter. All stitch patterns? Press No. Which is stitch pattern A? Press 1171 from the pattern book, page 103. Press Enter. Is this pattern to be altered? Press No. The first pattern will be knit without changes to use as a comparison for the altered patterns. Use number 180. Press 180. Press Enter. Enlarge or position the pattern on the garment? Press No. Make a test piece of this program. Press No. Is this all the stitch patterns to be used? Press No. Stitch pattern B. Use pattern number 1171. Press 1171. Press Enter. Alter this pattern? Press Enter, yes. Is the direction of the pattern to be altered? Press Enter, yes. The computer is showing the mirror image of an E. The E is used to represent the pattern. The computer is asking if the pattern's direction should be mirrored. Press Enter, yes. The computer asks if the direction of the pattern is now complete or OK. Press Enter, yes. The computer asks if adding another pattern to this pattern is wanted. Press No. Knitting technique. Press 180. Press Enter. Enlarge or position this pattern on the garment? Press No. Press No. Stitch pattern for C? Press 1171. Press Enter. Alter this pattern? Press Enter, yes. Is the direction of the pattern to be altered? Press Enter. Is the direction change to be a mirror image of the pattern? Press No. Is the altered direction to be the pattern turned upside down? Press No. Is the altered direction to be the pattern in its original form followed by a mirror image? Press Enter, yes. Is the direction of this pattern now OK? Press Enter. Is another pattern to be added to pattern C? Press No. Knitting technique. Press 180. Press Enter. Press No. Press No. Press 1171. Press Enter. Is pattern D to be altered? Press Enter. Is this a direction change? Press Enter. Is the altered direction to be a mirror of the pattern? Press No. Is the altered pattern to be the pattern turned upside down? Press Enter. Is the direction of the pattern now OK? Press No. Is the altered direction to have a mirrored pattern after? Press Enter. Is the direction of this pattern complete? Press No. Is the altered pattern to be one pattern on top of the other with the top pattern upside down? Press Enter. Is the direction of this pattern complete? Press Enter. Is pattern D to be altered by adding another pattern? Press No. Press 180. Press Enter. Press No. Press Enter, yes. Does this garment need to be formed or shaped? Press No. Continue working with the computer using the following information. Needles will be used on back and front beds. Remember to always have the edge springs on the last working needles when knitting. The pushers must be brought into working position, 25 on left and right on the front bed. The stitch size should be set on 4 on back and front lock. When the computer says End Cast On, turn the videotape back on. Press Enter to end Cast On. Press ABC key to receive instructions for the patterns. Continue working with the computer as before. When the computer asks about pushers, return to the video. The computer asks, are the pushers on the back in position? Bend over the needle beds and grip the stud of the back pusher blocking rail on the bottom left. Pull it to the left side, and the back bed pushers are now free to be moved out of the rail. With the orange ruler, bring out of the rail the 50 pushers corresponding to the needles in working position. Make sure that the blocking rail is now closed completely. In knitting, instructions of how to set up the needles and pushers are expressed with a diagram. The diagram scale is a replica or picture of the knitting machine beds. The back bed on the top half, the front bed on the bottom half. A bold horizontal line on the diagram represents the division between the back bed on top and the front bed on bottom. Needles in working position are shown on the diagram as bold vertical lines. Needles out of working position are shown as a bold dot. Diagrams for the E6000 always show all pushers in working position for the front bed. That is, shown with a short vertical bar touching the lower horizontal line. The back needle diagram shows every other pusher in working position and every other one in rest position. The in-work pushers are shown as for the front bed, but the ones in rest position are indicated by a short vertical bar 1 square below the upper horizontal line. Take the orange ruler and push all the pushers to the center between the blocking rail and guide rail. Now turn the ruler upside down and push with the toothed side every other pusher into rest position. Press Enter. Continue working with the computer's help until the BX shows up on the display window. Set the back lock to BX with both arrow keys pressed in. At the far right of the back lock are 3 white keys. Press the outside keys, leaving the middle key up. These keys, when pushed in, move the back pushers up and down to create another backing for the knitting. Press Enter. Knit 88 rows, or 1 complete pattern. Remember to change color every 2 rows. After 10 rows, release the yarn from the clip underneath. Return to the video when the row counter reads 90. Press ABC. Press Enter. Set the front lock on SX. Press Enter. Set the back lock on GX. Press Enter. Press the center key on the back lock to bring all 3 keys out. Continue working with the help of the computer. The stitch size remains the same. When the machine is set up to knit, knit 88 rows. At the end of 88 rows, return to the tape. Press ABC. Press the center key on the back lock to bring all 3 keys out. Continue working with the help of the computer. The stitch size remains the same. When the machine is set up to knit, knit 88 rows. Then return to the video for the next step. Press ABC. Move on to pattern D and do as with pattern C. When ready, knit 176 rows. Then return to the video. The knitting can be dropped off as done on the previous practice pieces, or cast off as done on the scarf. Once the knitting is off the machine, return to the tape. This practice piece introduced the altering of patterns by changing the direction. Check to see how each pattern alteration looks. The first pattern is unaltered. The second pattern is a mirrored image. The third is the original and mirrored together. The fourth is upside down and the original and mirrored combined above.